Bob's ankle advice trend. So, last Thursday started just like any other day. I was in the break room with my co-workers, sipping on my second cup of coffee, when Bob walked in with his Bluetooth headset clipped around his ankle. Now, Bob's always been a bit of an oddball, but this was new even for him. We all exchanged curious glances, and before anyone could ask, Bob excitedly explained that he'd read somewhere that wearing your Bluetooth on your ankle could channel more grounded ideas. As if this wasn't odd enough, he claimed that it helped him think from the ground up. We all chuckled, thinking it was just another one of Bob's quirky experiments. But then, things started to get weird. Later that day, during our team meeting, Bob began presenting his ideas with an unusual amount of enthusiasm, pacing the room as he spoke. He stopped mid-sentence, crouched down, and pressed his ear to his ankle as if he were listening to a seashell. We all watched, bemused, as he nodded along to some imaginary rhythm. When someone questioned him, Bob just winked and said, "It's all about the soul connection, folks." We couldn't tell if he was serious or just having us on, but at this point, we were all invested in seeing where this would lead. The following week, Bob was practically a celebrity in the office. People started coming to him for advice, asking him to lend them an ear, or rather, an ankle. Bob, having fully embraced his new identity, began running ankle consultations during lunch breaks. He'd prop his foot up on the table and nod thoughtfully as co-workers poured out their problems. It was bizarre, but somehow, his advice was actually pretty solid. Everyone was beginning to wonder if there was some merit to his madness. Finally, after weeks of this new office dynamic, the punchline landed. We were gathered in the break room again, Bob holding court with his devoted followers, when our boss walked in. He took one look at Bob's ankle comm device, shook his head, and said, "Bob, I appreciate your dedication, but I think it's time we all stepped up our game. You know what they say about putting your best foot forward, right? Let's make sure it's the right one." And with that, the whole room erupted in laughter, finally understanding that, in the end, it wasn't about grounding ideas, it was about putting your best foot forward, even if it meant starting from the ankle.